Hello everyone, and thank you for clicking on my video. This is just gonna be a quick little vanity tour, and it's not just makeup either, it's kind of some other art stuff. Some kitties, as you can see. We'll start on this side. I'll go in the drawers too, and I swear it healed a part of me setting it up. Remember, you guys can just use anything you want as decor. It doesn't have to be, you know, following a specific aesthetic. It can be what you like, you know? But anyways, first little square. Got some palettes in here. All my eyeshadow palettes are gonna be in here. This is very excessive. No one needs any, and as much of this. No one needs this, and I know that. I know that, don't worry. And I even got rid of a lot. I got rid of like 100 for free on Facebook Marketplace, because I was like, I physically cannot use all of these. So, and I'm not using all of them, so I did. Someone else was able to use them, and it was totally fine. Do another video that's my eyeshadow palette collection, a little bit more in depth, so keep an eye out for that one. You see some sponges. You know, down here is mostly just like highlighters and face palettes. It's really unorganized right now because there's those singles that I'm not quite sure how to organize yet. I gotta get some other little plastic containers or figure out something. Down here I have, that was my knee popping, some face palettes. Oopsies. Some face palettes, my RCMA foundation palettes. This is some eyeshadow, well, not eyeshadow, makeup brushes, like it's a full kit. Also some makeup brushes. Down there is just kind of random stuff that didn't have a home. That purple bag is just a bunch of glitter. And this, I swear, I have a plan. I promise. I promise I have a plan. I promise. Anyways, this is just a bunch of glitter and some ribbon, some other kind of random, more special effects makeup things, not necessarily beauty makeup, but that's what's in there. I can't do that with one hand. We'll deal with that later. This is dirty brushes. I'm not gonna open that and show you. It's dirty brushes. This is pens, like writing pens, just a bunch of colors of them, and then some index cards. This is all my special effects stuff. Right, buddy? So you can see this is activated charcoal toothpaste, and it works really nice for just like if you want black goo coming out of someone's mouth. So that's what I used it for. These are Wet n Wild cream palettes. I don't know if they still make these. I got them a couple years ago, but they look okay, so I'm keeping them. Same with these little guys. They're just single Wet n Wild cream paints. These are fake tattoos. I have like cotton balls and everything everywhere. The little cups that are disposable so that I don't have to ruin anything. This one is fake blood. These two are liquid latex, and they're old but unopened, and I don't know if they're still good, so tune in later to find out. Petroleum jelly, gelatin, glycerin, some little latex zombie skin, some blood. Mostly everything I got is from Walmart and Spirit Halloween. I've never had access to, you know, one of those pro stores. Yes, online, and, you know, that's a thing. However, that just wasn't always an option for me, you know? Sometimes this was. Can't wait to use the professional stuff, though. Next drawer up. More lip stuff. This one is mostly nude kind of colors. There's a gray one in there. This one's mostly bright ones, but I need to reorganize it. As you can see, I just kind of put it in its area that I want it to be in, but I do want to categorize them a little bit more. This next one is kind of all my face products. So like, this is all my foundation. Surprisingly, that's all my foundation. Like, yes, that's still a lot, but comparing it to what you would expect I would have with my eyeshadow palettes, that's not much. And there's even some little like samples in there. It's not even all full-size stuff. Anyways, there's even one unopened one. Anyways, concealer and powders and highlighter. You know, it's really nothing, to me it's nothing interesting, but I can always do a more in-depth, here's my collection kind of video. This is just more how I have it organized for right now. I like to document it for myself just so I can see my progress. And so this is like primers, sponges that I can use. That's a new sponge. Some adhesive tape, some blushes, and that's that. Up here we got some bubbles to take the edge off. This, I just don't have anywhere to put it, but it's a necklace display stand. Setting sprays. These are the only two I have as well. I'm not much of a setting spray kind of person. This is just rubbing alcohol in case I need to spray anything down with it. You can see I have all my brushes like that. This is just an extra eyebrow pomade. And I have more brushes over here. Up here is all my eyeliners, mascaras, eyeshadow pencils, a bunch of little J-Cat glitters, more glitters and pigments. These are all back here, like these 6 are from Wet n Wild, and these 2 front ones are from Wet n Wild, and these 2 right here, these 2 in the middle are from NYX. These liquid eyeshadows, and then this, oops, glitter, I believe. Some more eyeshadows and minis and things like that. Eyebrow pomades and other pomades. And in here we have like any little tools, the eyelash applicators, the little razors, a relic. And we know this is old because this hasn't been in the packaging for a good while. Anyways, let's move on. Got some eyeliners, some liquid eyeliners, some stamps. I also have some more lash curlers right there. I swear I didn't know I thought I didn't have any. And then these are Suva Beauty like LED lights for these palettes I have up here. I'm grabbing them right now. These guys. And unfortunately Suva Beauty went out of business, but I still have them, so I'm gonna still use them. They're still like good. They haven't gone bad or anything, so I'm still using them. And then these lights are just for the UV reactive ones. And here is some single eyeshadows, a bunch of single Maybellines. And these eyeshadows from L'Oreal, I miss them so much. These single infallible eyeshadows. I don't want to take them all out because it's kind of hard, but I miss them so much. More glitters. They just didn't fit up here, so that's where those are. These old Revlon liquid eyeshadows, but they're still wet, so I'm keeping them, you know. More brushes, little trash can, some Q-tips, jewelry boxes. I gotta package up these bows and mail them out to a friend. They're just a gift for her. These are kind of random office kind of stuff. This is chalk because you really never know when you need some, honestly. Especially with working with fabric and stuff. Sometimes you just need to draw on it. These are little perfume samples that I want to make some content out of. I do have quite a, not a big perfume collection, but a decent one that grows when you work at a department store for a year. In this first drawer, we have paint stuff. So this is like the palettes, these little guys, you know, those deals. These are brushes that are like good to use. These are texture brushes, so any of the ones that get messed up, any sponges and things like that. I'm trying to see, there's some brushes in there. And then this is just extras, so like the pipettes and these random watercolor. And then in here, oops, is all the paints. All of them. All of them except for one single Mod Podge is in here. Oh gosh, almost fell over. Okay. And like my Build-A-Bear stand. And then over here, or in here, it's a mess. I'll admit it still, but it's all one category of mess, and that is tie-dye. So it works out. And then over here with the balloon animal, down here is like empty canvases. So like you see the ceramic heart back there, this wooden moon phase, this wooden cauldron, and the spidey webs. That's just like stuff that I want to paint. This is the pom-poms, any glitter, any big glitters. I gotta figure something out for the small glitters still. Bells, ribbon, you know, the extra stuff for right now. That's my internet box. And some notebooks, a book I'm reading from the library, a little paper card I folded, and these are envelopes that I accidentally bought. I bought just the envelopes and not the cards, but I was like, I'm still gonna use them, so I'm keeping them just to the side for now. Up here is kind of more like paper stuff. This right here is all my card making stuff, so in here it's, I'll move it all over here. So this is just like my planner, a coloring book, a sketchbook, and then my binder for any sort of writing, planning, and all that stuff. So far it's just some sewing stuff, you know? So like my big cones of thread. This is pins, safety pins, the tomato, more pins, a rotary cutter that's the pinking one. This is a pumpkin I want to paint. Move him real quick. And then as you can see behind the pumpkin and these little beads and bags and all that is all my my pony beads and candy making supplies. Mainly right there. I have more beads in the closet, but let's not talk about that right now. Let me add more of my decor up here. My little card making stash right here. This is a heart stencil that I obviously made out of a fruit snack container. And then this is one of the hearts that I cut out of like the scrapbook paper. I just have them together so I don't lose them. These are the special abilities that I put in my loaf cats. So whenever I'm making them and I make the card, I just draw from there. These are like the crochet instructions. And then these are the descriptions for the loaf cat abilities. And these are, so sorry for the glare, these are stickers. I just found these Dora ones today, so I'm not quite sure where to put them. So I'm like, well, they're stickers, that's where they're all going. But I've used the heart ones on my cards right now. These are the blank cards of the big pack I bought. These are the little envelopes that go with them. These are just random little plastic cards that I found in this box, and I'm like, you know, they'd be good for like creasing the paper, so I'm keeping them in there. More other cards that are a different size but blank, so I'm keeping them, and I have the envelopes to them. These came with the box, as you can tell, and I found these earlier when I was going through it. And I wrote them when I was a child, but there was never a note or a card written for them, so I'm gonna write one and then I'll mail it with the crochet projects that I made for them. Blank blue envelopes and then the blank angel paper. And that's it. That's all that's in there. Alright, I got it all put back. And yeah, obviously it's not, you know, perfect. It's not anywhere near done. That box back there, the flag one, is a bunch of nail stuff. And that's just my traveling makeup kit. There's nothing in it right now. It's all in there. But anyways, that's my little lighting setup, you know. It's not perfect, but you know, it's a starting point. And it's better than not even, like, not having it. Having just the clutter still here. Ignore Mama's hissing. She's grouchy. So, like, this is my own space. This is where I get to create. This is where I get to work on my makeup. This is where I get to work on all my crochet and anything for literally anything. Like, this is my own space. I'm trying to be really realistic with my content, honestly. Like, I don't want to just make content like aligns with a lot of the other influencers' aesthetics, and I'm not trying to dog on them or anything. That's just not mine, you know? Mine is trying to actually be a little bit realistic. I don't want my vanity and my workspace to look like an entertainment center or a place where you're gonna have surgery. I want it to look like a place to create and have fun. So that's ultimately my goal for right now. So far, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Let's see if I can scoot back and get a whole shot. There we go. Perfect. Anyways, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more.